One of the things that usually start out as a troubling story in some of our videos on this channel is a missing person. It is the classic storyline. Usually, someone goes missing, and the police try effortlessly to find said missing person. After some time, the person winds up dead, and the missing person case becomes a murder case. It makes you wonder if this is another story like that. Welcome back to the Crime Lab channel. In today's video, we will look at Paige Johnson's story. Reading this topic, the first question that comes to your mind is, who really is Paige Johnson? And what exactly happened to her? Well, like in most cases, this video was made to answer your questions and provide the information you will need to know about this case. So keep watching to find out more. Paige Johnson is a 17-year-old girl who also happened to be a mother of a 2-year-old girl. She was last seen on September 23, 2010, when her friend Jacob Bumpass said he dropped her off at the intersection of 15th and Scott Streets in Covington, Kentucky. That was the last time he or anyone else claimed to have seen her last, as Paige went missing that same day. After Paige Johnson was reported missing, the police questioned Jacob Bumpass, who claimed he dropped her off in Covington. But investigators later found that phone records at the time placed Jacob near Paige's home in Florence, about 11 miles south of Covington, according to the Inquirer. Jacob was never named as a suspect and never arrested for anything concerning Paige's disappearance. The Covington Police Department said that in conjunction with the Clermont County Sheriff's Office, it would continue its investigation. Kenton County Commonwealth Attorney Rob Sanders told the Fox 9 team, "The trail goes hot and cold, but we are always on the case. We'll never give up till her family has closure and justice is served." The police, while searching for Paige Johnson, began looking for search warrants for the Facebook and MySpace accounts of the young mother and the man with whom she was last seen. Investigators hoped messages sent via the sites would help them find Paige, who had been missing since September 23rd. Covington Police Detective Gwen Kelly wrote in an affidavit to obtain the warrants that she thinks the accounts contain information that a criminal offense has occurred. She also stated that Jacob had not cooperated with the investigators. Jacob was arrested on October 4 for possessing deadly weapons, drinking alcohol, smoking marijuana, and lying to his parole officers about where he worked. He was being held in the Kenton County Jail on parole violations, and phone records obtained from him and Paige revealed ongoing communication between the two before September 23rd, but no contact after that date, according to the affidavit. WKRC reported that the phone records led to several searches of the 10,000-acre East Fork State Park in Clermont County, Ohio, but investigators found nothing. The search concentrated on the park because a text message from Jacob's phone was sent from the area at about 4:18 a.m. The morning Paige was reported missing. Jacob told the police that he had dropped Paige off to visit a friend at about 1 a.m. But Paige never made it to the friend's home, and the teen's mother hasn't heard from her since. Paige's friends and family rapidly spread the word about her disappearance online through social media. CBS affiliate WKRC reported that her image and description were continuously posted and reposted on Facebook. Paige was described as 5'1", 110 pounds, with light brown hair and highlights. She had also pierced her ears, tongue, and navel. Jacob Bumpass was filed a wrongful death lawsuit, but he pleaded to the Fifth Amendment as it was a civil case and not a criminal case. It was stated that Jacob refused to say a word about what happened. He also refused to take a lie detector test. There were rumors that multiple friends at a party saw Paige passed out and carried out by Jacob Bumpass, and rumors of a possible second young man helping carry her out. Kenton County Commonwealth's Attorney Rob Sanders said, I believe there are multiple people that know what happened to Paige, whether she was murdered or whether it was some other cause of her death. While there may not have been many people involved in her death, they know what happened to her body. They have chosen to be uncooperative. The search went on for a very long time, specifically for 10 years, and what seemed like a mystery was solved after 10 years. Unfortunately, Paige Johnson was found alive and well. Instead, her remains were discovered sometime in March 2020 near Williamsburg Township in Clermont County, near East Fork State Park. Covington Police Chief Robert Nader told reporters, "Obviously, this was not the outcome any of us wanted." According to police reports and a recording of the call obtained by Fox 19, a woman called 911 and reported that her husband was out deer hunting and found a burned human skull. It was a shocking discovery for the investigators as authorities planned to review the case that same year to examine new leads and look into new technology to test evidence. It became even more confusing when her remains were discovered about 33 miles east of where she was last reported. The Clermont County Sheriff's Office, Covington Police, and the Clermont County Coroner investigated the scene and found additional items likely associated with the body. Family members were notified that her remains were discovered the day after. Brittany Haywood, Paige's sister, told the Inquirer, "I am, shaking. My mom just woke me up with this right now." Paige's cousin, Alyson Franks of Covington, said, "We are all shocked. We are incredibly sad. Unfortunately, we always feared this would be the outcome. It seemed like the much-needed closure that everyone needed could finally be obtained." Kenton County Commonwealth Attorney Rob Sanders told Fox 19, "Paige Johnson is coming home. It's monumental. We're just so glad her family will have some closure." Further investigation of the scene and remains was required, and all the discoveries made were sent to the Hamilton County Coroner's Office in hopes that the remains could be identified. The identification was made using dental records. Police Chief Robert Nader told reporters, "At this point, there is no cause of death."
At this point, there is no cause of death.
Covington police released details. It's where Paige was reported missing, but after finding her now, the focus is on who knows what happened.
Once they could tell her mother, the police chief said they felt relief, and then pushed forward again as they kept working to solve the mystery of her disappearance and what happened to her. He said, "A lot of ways you feel relief, but you still have a lot of questions about why she disappeared in the first place. So after you had that moment of relief where you could tell their mom, you went right back to work to find out why she disappeared in the first place." After the discovery, prosecutors filed charges against Jacob as he was the last person to see her. Jacob was indicted on charges of abusing a corpse and tampering with evidence concerning Paige's disappearance and death. He was arrested and taken into custody during a traffic stop. He had been questioned numerous times about Paige's disappearance and death, although he was never named a suspect, and authorities also noted several inconsistencies with his story. Donna Johnson, Paige's mom, said she was thrilled when she heard that Jacob had been arrested. She said she went to his doors in the days following her daughter's disappearance. She said, "I knew from that moment, the guilt on his face." She said the day Jacob was arrested was the first day she had been happy since Paige vanished. She called Jacob arrogant, and while she was satisfied that he had been arrested, she hoped he faced stiffer charges. She said, "We know in our hearts he caused harm to her. Now everyone knows what I've known all along." Kenton County Commonwealth's Attorney Rob Sanders said he hoped homicide charges would follow.
Possible that additional charges could come in the future, and certainly, if appropriate, and if the evidence ultimately develops, it would be our hope that someday we can pursue a homicide charge.
Jacob pled not guilty to the charges against him. The defense claimed that Jacob wasn't a flight risk and wouldn't harm anyone, and also stated that he hadn't left town even while Paige was missing. The attorney argued he shouldn't be held in custody for a crime that hadn't been proved yet. Jacob got out of jail on a $50,000 bond. While there are theories about what might have happened to Paige, including drug overdose and sexual assault, the prosecution claims they may never prove foul play. The body had decomposed significantly, and there is not enough evidence to charge someone with homicide. However, the police are confident of one thing. Paige died on Jacob's watch, and he actively concealed the fact. They're doing everything in their power to prove it. Thank you for watching this video. Hit us up in the comment section and give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos.